Hey YouTube, Electric Adventures here, with a open tag but also response video. I was watching Steve Benway's Friday Talkie this week, where he went through and he's got a large number of retro systems, consoles and computers, and he listed the ones that he, if push came to shove, he would be happy with just keeping those items. So as much as he likes all of the systems that he has, if it came to it with a financial situation, which systems would he trim it down to keep? And I thought, well, that's a good mental exercise to go through. So I do a response to his and make it a more formal open tag for anybody else who wants to respond. Whether you like to or not, it doesn't matter. I wanted to do it, so now, first and foremost for me, so I'm going to divide it into two categories for myself, which is computers and console. Right, now the very first one I'm going to list is my Spectravideo SVI 738. That is the system that I developed a lot of my games on, and I hold very dear to my heart. It's a very nice machine. You can do a lot on it, and that would be the only MSX machine. I have a few, so that would be my one. I would do something to it that I've never done, which is upgrade it to a full MSX2, and that way I wouldn't need the Philips MSX2 that I have. So that would be only representation there. I would also keep the Spectravideo 328, the original 328, the original Spectravideo machine, just because they are so rare, and if I sold it, I would probably never be able to get another one. Now moving on into the representation for the Atari world. Now I'd have to have an Atari 8-bit system. I have almost one of every single model, and it's a toss-up between the Atari 800XL and 130XE, which, depending which is one of my favourite model. Probably from a nostalgia point of view, the 130XE is the nicer machine, but I'd go with the 800XL. I'd also have to keep my Acorn Electron. they are reasonably common. I could probably get another one at some stage, but I do actually really like playing with that machine, and it's one of the similar type, although I used a BBC, not an Electron, back in the day when I learnt at college. It has a lot of nostalgic memories. Now on the one more Atari machine, and this is a neither here nor there. I probably would keep an Atari ST, but that would be the first one to go out of this list if push came to shove. Now on the Commodore side of things, I'd have to keep some sort of a Commodore 64. Let the VIC-20 side of things go, so I'd probably keep the Commodore 64C, just a nicer machine, Commodore 64 tidied up. And on the Amiga side of things, I'd keep my 1200 and let the couple of 500s I have and the 1000 go. Right, so that's the side of the computer thing. So my list might be longer than yours. I'm not saying it's a 3 or a 5 or anything like that. So what is suitable for you? To put it in perspective, I currently have 34 retro systems, all working. So me cutting it down to 6 isn't a bad thing, I don't think. Okay, now on to the consoles. So once again, with push come to shove, you can get a buy with some of them. So out of the Sega systems, I'd probably take the Sega Mega Drive, with the caveat that I would have the proper Master System converter adapter for it, because I couldn't live without a Master System. But if you've got that adapter, you don't need to have the two systems, because it does, with that converter, it's as if you're playing on the Master System anyway. So I'd actually let my Master System go. And then on the Sony side of things, now unfortunately I don't have a PS3 that is backward compatible, and I do like some modern games, so I'd keep my PS3, but I'd also keep a PS2, because that would allow me to play the PS1 games and PS2 games, and I do have a large library of those. Now the next one is and you're going to be surprised, is the only Nintendo system, and I'd only keep this for my kids. This is the Nintendo 64. I do have a lot of nostalgia for that machine, but my prized collection of games for it got stolen along with my system ages ago, and it has a bit of a stain in my mind, if you know what I mean. I did play all those games to death. I probably would love to get them one day, but they're too expensive to buy again. So the Nintendo 64 only for the kids, so probably not really on my list. Now another system that I've fallen in love with since I've started retro collecting, didn't know about them back in the day, and didn't use one back in the day, is a PC Engine. They're a great little system, and they don't cost very much to collect for, especially if you just get loose Hue cards, or I have my EverDrive for it, so I'd keep the PC Engine and the EverDrive card and have heaps of gameplay there. Onto Atari systems. Well, the only Atari system I have console-wise is Atari 2600. I have several of them. I'd probably keep the black 4-switch console. Probably the best of both worlds. Oh no, I'm going to correct myself here. I didn't think. I'd keep the Atari 7800 because it plays all the 2600 games, and it's actually the system I use to play my 2600 games. So there we go. I'd let all the original 2600 games go. And I think that covers about everything from my side. That's I would be willing to trim it down to that. I mean, I really do like the Sega Saturn, but I could live without it. So, and I've only just got the Dreamcast, so I don't have affinity there. Neo Geo, yes, I do enjoy playing it, but it is a very expensive system, and the games are expensive for it. So, those things. Yes, I probably wouldn't keep a NES. I mean, I'm in a PAL region. I do have a non-PAL NES, which makes the games in my mind playable, whereas on the PAL version they're terrible. But I don't hold a tremendous amount of nostalgia for that one. That might surprise a few people. So anyway, I've probably rambled on long enough. So if you would like to make a response to this, go ahead. I just thought it'd be nice to form a response to Steve's video and respond to this video. All Steve's, I don't think he'd mind. And yeah, I reckon it'll be good fun to see some people's opinions, and even if you only want to select one or two, it'll be an interesting thing to find out. Alright, I'm Electric Adventures. Thank you for watching, and thanks for all my subscribers, and I'll catch you all later.